The all-new 2014 YZ450F was designed to achieve extremely nimble handling and effortless response to rider input. With a more powerful yet controllable engine for more power at more places in the RPM band, especially at the high end, and major chassis improvements for a more compact, balanced, and instinctive riding experience. I'm Tim Olson, Yamaha's Motorcycle Media Relations Manager, and I'm here with former AMA Supercross champion and founder of the motocross riding schools that bear his name, Travis Preston. Nice to have you here, Travis.
Thanks for having me, Tim.
Travis has put in some serious testing hours on this new YZ. So what are your initial impressions?
Well, Tim, I'm really happy with this motor. I've ridden a lot of 450s in my day. This motor is the best. It has power down low, it pulls to mid-range, goes from mid-range to top end, and just keeps on pulling. This bike has something for everybody, from the beginner to the pro.
Man, this sounds like the perfect engine. And nearly every component of the all-new river-slanted 449cc engine has been reworked, from the increased capacity airbox to the exhaust, with two goals: more power, more controllability. The filter shape and air boot have been changed to increase capacity. New cylinder head and valve assemblies have been refined with the same goal: power and controllability. A new piston top improves combustion, reduces weight, and has even less friction due to new surface treatments. And a new crankcase with a wet sump lubrication system maximizes engine protection and minimizes weight.
We spent a lot of time testing this motor, from the valves, piston, air intake, cam. All these things combined have made a beautiful engine package that I'm really proud of.
And if you want to go from just massive power to full competition mode, you can add any or all of the incredible line of GYTR and genuine Yamaha performance, protection, and style accessories. Engineered by the pros, ridden by the pros, built by Yamaha for perfect fit and finish. Plus, with the optional GYTR power tuner, again the same tool the pros use, riders can custom tune the bike to even more exacting specifications. Because of all this extra power, we had to build a clutch that was 20% stronger, and reworked both the gear ratios and shifting mechanisms to handle the power and shift quicker and more effortlessly than ever. The engine's fuel mapping and ignition timing have been optimized for the new engine characteristics. Even the exhaust pipe has 3 different diameters, once again to boost power, along with being moved closer into the center of the bike, complementing mass centralization.
All this power is great, Tim, but we have to get the power down to the ground. We've accomplished that by changing the fuel mapping, gear ratio, and shifting mechanism. These things combined get that power to the ground and get you out in front.
Exactly where you want to be. Power and torque are one thing. Being able to handle that power during a race is another thing entirely. That's when you need instinctive handling and class-leading suspension performance. So in addition to being the most powerful YZ450F ever, it's also the most compact. With a new bilateral beam aluminum frame that moves the steering head and front wheel back 10 millimeters closer to the engine for increased front weight bias and cornering grip, giving it an overall chassis size similar to a 250cc class bike. At the same time, we made it 14 millimeters narrower in the radiator shroud area.
There's been a lot of changes made to this bike, but the one thing we haven't changed is the class-leading KYB suspension
that everybody knows and loves. So Travis, how does that translate to the track?
Well, Tim, the front tire feels like it's glued to the ground, which really improves the cornering. The bike is also lighter, nimble, easier to change direction. Feels like a 250, but with 450 power.
And that's not all we've done to the all-new YZ450F. Front fork rigidity and surface coating has been improved. New top triple clamp adds even more to the bike's rigidity for better handling and reduced vibration. The fuel tank is even deeper into the bike, along with a redesigned rear shock reservoir, centralizing mass even more. And the new seat assembly hides the fuel tank cap, creating a larger riding position, this on top of one of the most comfortable seats in the category. Even standing still, you can see that the YZ legacy has been ratcheted to a new level.
Every detail has been refined, tweaked, pushed, and prodded with one goal in mind: the top of the podium.
The all-new 2014 Yamaha YZ450F. Folks, the blue is back.